Young Brothers game plan, y'all.
Hope you're watching. Hope you're with us. Happy to be with us. Happy that you are with us. But
Pittsburgh Steelers 1-0, though.
Terrible offensive game, but we won the game. So it was a good game.
A win is a win. A win is a win, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we are tied with Cincinnati.
Yeah.
In the AFC North right now. We got the Raiders coming in next week. They play tonight, so we'll be watching that game closely tonight just to see what the Raiders got to offer. I mean, Derek Carr, we know what he is, but let's see what Waller does tonight. Some of them offensive weapons they have out there. But anyway, though, Pittsburgh defense, we back.
Yeah, they showed up yesterday. They won the game yesterday, point blank period. All three levels, linebackers, linemen, and secondary, especially the linemen and the outside linebackers. TJ was held every play.
Yeah, hey, I tell you what, though, like you said, man, our D line and our outside linebackers, that front four, man, I'm gonna tell you what, hey, though, by the end of the year, top 2 defense.
I thought it was top 3. Now it's top 2.
It's top 2 because you just convinced me with that. Because I'm gonna tell you what, and this is where I'm going to. Tuitt's still out.
I know he's still out.
Tuitt's still out, though.
I know.
So when we get Tuitt back with Cam up the middle there, and we still got Bugs coming off the bench with the other boy, and then Ingram coming off the bench to spell TJ and Highsmith. When Highsmith is fully there, I think his hamstring was messed up, though.
Melgren was basically in the game the whole game
because Highsmith was he was questionable with a hamstring.
The hamstring. I mean, Highsmith played. He got held a couple times.
Yeah, he did
a couple times.
Oh,
Cam Hayward was getting clothesline, held a couple times. They could have called holding every play of the game.
Every play.
I've never seen that.
Hey, I haven't seen that either, though. And no, I have seen that when we used to have not the old steel curtain, but when Troy and
James
and Porter and all them. It used to be like that with Joey and them.
Yeah.
Almost every play you can call it. But I agree with you, though. Every play, we could have had a holding penalty every play yesterday. But defense, I'm going to tell you what, they just stepped up yesterday, y'all. This was old Steeler football. Defense wins championships, though.
Yeah.
Defense wins championships. And I'm going to tell y'all what, if it wasn't for the defense, especially in that first half, it would have been a blowout. It would have been a blowout. I started out. What they was down at the 35.
We went 5 straight punts.
Yeah, 5 straight punts though, and they were inside on our side of the field. They got the ball on our side of the field 3 times in that first half.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So to say defense played lights out is an understatement, though.
Yeah. You got to shore up the run defense, but other than that, I mean, they were balling out of control. You see it. Everybody saw it.
Well,
how well they was playing.
And I'm gonna tell you what, TJ Watt, I was critical of Big Ben. I know I said that, but again, that just meant something that made me say, you know what I mean? But TJ Watt, he's worth that money.
What? The superstar in this league. And he did what he do. He made him fumble strip and almost fumble strip a second time.
Hey, though, how many is that the last like 4 or 5 years for this boy, man?
I might be almost 20.
It got to be a record.
It got to be almost.
It got to be a record, but like Joe said, up front, we win and lose this thing in the trenches, y'all. I'm a DB. We like the old glitz and glamour, like the receivers and running back. But those are linemen. He'll tell you it's won and lost in the trenches, and we won that thing in the trenches yesterday. Not so far as the O line, but the D line. They just all game though. They never let up.
Disgusting. They was just coming all night and day. I follow all of them. Strong. I mean, if you can, break down your blitz, which was 39.4 last year, third in the NFL, the 3.7%.
That's crazy.
That's 3.7. That's basically a blitz twice
the whole game. Yeah,
2 out of your 100. You take percent about 100, so that's 3.7. That's like twice. That's 1 in each half.
Yeah, and they had
or half of a 1.
They had 79 plays though. Buffalo has 79 plays, and I tell you what, too. Just like we say Big Ben shouldn't throw for 50 times, Josh Allen threw 51 times yesterday. You give TJ Watt and this front 7 51 times to come get you, hey, though, I'll take that all year long.
That's what they want to do is come get you. That's what we do. We hunt the quarterback. Especially Ingram looked juiced and fresh.
Oh my goodness.
And healthy.
He looked young.
Whoo!
He looked
when
young.
he jumped on Josh that one time, I said healthy Melvin.
Hey, he was getting held too.
I said healthy Melvin.
He was getting held too.
They're so dangerous, man. Listen, man, that was exciting to see defensively.
But yeah, our keys to victory, I got to get those out though. Let me get them out. Let me get the keys to victory out and our call outs yesterday.
No, the first key was Josh Allen putting him on the ground, which they did. Now he was doing dudes and he shook the brakes off of Minka one time, and I don't know what we was doing about not understanding that he was quarterback drawing once every 5 plays. He was getting yardage with that, and where was his spy? But I mean, we pretty much held him in check mostly than what we wanted to. I mean, he threw all those yards and only had 1 touchdown.
Yeah,
John was sacked probably about 4 times.
No, he was sacked 4
or 5.
He was sacked 3 times yesterday.
Okay.
3, 2 TJ, and 1 was Cam Hayward.
So it was mostly all pressures.
Yeah, all pressures up the middle too.
Yeah,
it was pressure up the middle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was something that was big for us yesterday, with the pressure up the middle, because you couldn't just let Josh Allen get busy. But anyway, back to it. Our call outs yesterday are our 5 keys to victory. Our first one was Pittsburgh's O-line had to control their D-line. That didn't happen, though.
No. We couldn't run the ball for it. We was 2.3 yards a carry.
Yeah.
But they didn't give up on it.
Right.
That's what I liked about it.
Which they did last year.
They didn't give up. You keep going. Yeah. You're going to have to let them gel. They're all extremely young. Basically, except for
2
Trey.
rookies.
Except for Trey Turner. He's been in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, but you got 2 rookies.
Yeah, you do have 2 rookies, and Chuk's for 3rd year in the NFL. So, but the other guard was the one guy from Louisiana. What is his name? 69, Dotson. It's only his 2nd year. Was 3rd year or 2nd?
3rd.
I believe it was his 3rd year. So relatively young up front with the work. And the rookie got out there on the pull game.
Who's that?
Green is another pulling center.
Green? Yeah,
he got another pulling center, which was a touchdown.
He got that mean.
If your man cuts right off his rear. Going in, if he knew to do that, Claypool.
Yeah,
that was a touchdown. He kept running outside.
Yeah, outside. He didn't cut it up. But guess what?
What did you got to know?
But that was a nice switch up because we couldn't really get.
That was a good call.
Yeah, that was a great call. I mean, 25-yard run or 24-yard run, whatever that was for Claypool. It was a good switch up. Again, something to get the offensive line downhill, get them used to, just grinding, because we got some grinders on this line. On the one little screen pass to Deontay Johnson, your boy Trey Turner was out there mauling people. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he can move. I didn't think he can move. The boy, he can move. And he's a big boy with nice hands. So we're going to give them some time to gel. That O-line, they young, not all young, but we have 2 rookies with 3 other vets in there that, we switched our whole offensive line. These are 5 new different starters that we have. Besides Chooks, he's the only one that really returned to the same position. We're still waiting on Banner to come back, though. So, I mean, we're going to get some help when Banner comes back. But the O-line, we just going to let this thing marinate, give them a little bit more time to gel, and I think we're going to be fine, though. I think we're going to be fine.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine, too. Just I'd rather sooner than later.
Sooner than later. Yes, sir.
That's what I'd rather. But, I mean, if it's going to be what it's going to be, that's just what it's going to be. It'll be okay. I agree with that.
Our second key to victory, though, was we got to get Najee going early and often. Again, that didn't happen. Najee only finished with 16 carries for 45 yards. He had 1 reception for 4 yards, but his big carry came in that 4th quarter to kind of solidify the victory. I think it was a 22-yard run he had there, and that was about the only pop I seen from him all day. But he really didn't have any daylight all day, though.
Yeah, and then Ben tried to throw in a 1 ball, which was terrible.
Yeah.
Way behind him in the middle of the field, which probably would have been a first down. Other than that, but I mean, they stayed with him at least. He got 16 carries. He got to feel a real NFL game, 45 for the first time. And you realize he is not the second coming of OJ. He's just Najee, even though it rhymes. But he's going to be decent, and he's a big back.
He's bigger than you think.
He's throwback Steeler football because he's big and he's physical. Is what we need in a red zone. They're going to have to use him a lot more. And I think Claypool needs some more work on the red pool in the red pool.
That's what it should be. In the red zone.
So it's the dread pool and the red pool.
In the red pool. Hey, but out there, I agree with you on that, though. But I'm going to add one more thing to that red zone offense. I think Pat Freiermuth should be in there definitely in red zone. Yeah, just another big target. That's all.
Yeah, Ebron too, I guess so, because Freiermuth can get off the ground.
Right.
You can see him get off the ground as an athletic dude. So.
Right.
Well, him and Ebron both had
They said he took the dunk championship at Penn State.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, amongst the football players.
Well, he got athleticism.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's saying a lot because, I mean, I hate to say they got some big boys at Penn State to play some football. And probably some nice hoopers. If he took the dunk contest, then he was pretty nice. Our third key, though.
Yeah, the third key was I would put Josh Allen on the ground. I thought we did already. We got to go O line versus D line.
No, we did that first.
Yeah, but Josh, I mean, we put him on the ground.
Yeah, we sacked Josh Allen 3 times yesterday, and we kept the pressure on him. And again, we didn't blitz him though, and that's what was surprising. We got him on the ground 3 times, and like you said, we only blitzed like 4% of the game. So I mean, that's different for the Steelers. If we can create pressure without blitzing, I tell you what, that means that helps the DBs out. If y'all don't know, that helps the DBs out a lot because there's more guys in coverage.
Yeah, there's a lot more guys in coverage. You don't got to put 8 in the box.
Yeah.
You could leave the 4 back there, let them do their thing. And Minka, who's quick and fast and probably the best reactor with the ball in the air.
Yeah.
In the NFL, other than like he had 10 tackles yesterday, 6 solo. Him and Bush both tied.
Yeah, him and Bush both tied. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you what, with Minko covers up a lot for us yesterday. I'm going to tell you what, only on the one play where I think Emmanuel Sanders got behind everybody. That was the only play I thought that we kind of, lacked some communication in the defensive backfield. But as far as a whole, our DB stepped up yesterday. That Pierre and Sutton, though, I'm telling you what, both of them boys.
Good coaching and judgment by putting Cam back in his natural position on the slot on Beasley and having Pierre outside. And Pierre is big, man.
Yeah.
He might take man in the spot of safety, but
Our fourth key, though, was we had to keep Stephon Diggs in check. And we pretty much did that yesterday. I mean, now he did have 9 catches, but it was only 69 yards.
Yeah, and he didn't score. That's the biggest thing. He did not score. No one scored that touchdown. Well, they did have a touchdown to G. Davis. Yeah, whoever that guy is. But other than that, we did what we needed to do on defense, especially with their superstar receiver.
And Diggs is a great route runner. So if y'all don't know, he got those feet, you know what I mean? Not to say he's AB, though, but he has those feet, good route runner, and we held him in check. So that surprised me a little bit again. When we weren't putting the pressure on, that means there was other guys in coverage, though. So, again, the hit on the point, the DBs stepped up. That was one of my areas of concern was offensive line and defensive backfield. I wasn't too much concerned about linebackers, though, but I'm going to tell you what, DB stepped up yesterday, man.
Mm-hmm.
Except your boy.
Don't call him
except your boy. Doe Bus is number 1 dude on the Steelers. I ain't going to go there, but, yeah. He's just a weak link, y'all. I mean, he had some all right plays, but I seen him he got shook in the hole one time by Singletary. I mean, he didn't square him up. Yeah. You know what I mean? He got shook in the hole. And then on a couple of them pass plays, it's just he's not over top fast enough. You know what I mean? Even on the one I said they missed the Emmanuel Sanders, though, that looked like it was a Terrell Edmonds he should have been over the top on that. And he just but Emmanuel Sanders must still got speed.
I thought he had a relatively better game.
He did.
I mean, there was no huge mistakes by him. He had a tendency to make huge mistakes, hit dudes when you don't need to be hit, roughing the pad, disrupt. I don't know what you want to call that.
Pass interference.
Not pass interference, but when you contact too early.
Yeah.
He has to do the whole dudes and all that.
Yeah.
He had a relatively hard game, man. I wasn't mad at him. There was no big plays over him. He saved 1 touchdown when the guy got behind him. Right. Josh didn't see the guy in the flat Singletary. So
right.
And I'm not gonna kill Edmonds today.
Okay. So again, we kept Diggs in check, but again, we kept that whole team in check on the Ferrilla. If they wouldn't have gave up on the run, though, we would have had some problems. They just abandoned the run. It looked like the Steelers of 2020 Buffalo yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, though? I mean, they just gave up on the run, put that thing in Josh Allen's hands, and We just have the pass rush and the DBs to take care of that.
I think a little bit they're on the Josh Allen MVP tour.
They are.
And they get helped real bad because we was killing it.
Hey, our 5th key to victory, y'all, was Big Ben has to be efficient. We knew it was going to be a pretty much low-scoring game. It didn't end up really low-scoring, though. But, again, it was another close game up there in Buffalo. Big Ben, he wasn't as efficient as I would like. But, again, he didn't throw for 50 times.
He made the plays when we need to make them. That's all you could really say about Ben.
Yeah, he did.
He wasn't really vertical that much down the field. They looked like the same old Ben. He was in shotgun a lot again. They tried to move him out the pocket the one time. He looked his age.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he made the play that, and then the loft pass and the fade in the back to Deontay Johnson wasn't a bad pass, just was defended well and was a better catch.
Well, what do you think it is with Big Ben, though? Do you think it's rust or is it old?
A little bit of both, maybe.
A little bit of both.
That maybe not so much as the rust factor, but it just what does he do? I don't hear that I get a quarterback coach and all this other stuff and everything and all this stuff when it was going on. He has nothing going on or anything.
Right. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. I think it was more age than rust.
Yeah.
But when you only play 2 series in the preseason, you know what I mean? It might take you a half of football, and it looked like that because we scored in every possession in that second half.
Yeah.
So, but again, Big Ben, long season, 32 attempts though. I like that a lot better than 40 to 50.
Yeah, I like a whole lot better is what Ben needs to do under 35 passes.
Right.
The 50 passes a game, you'll need that. We lose those games. That means the defense is out there a lot too. When you keep throwing the ball, and you're getting the other chance, and the clock stops.
The clock stops.
Every incomplete pass, no matter what quarter it is.
Well, we had 55 offensive plays. They had 79. So defense did play a lot yesterday, but that did have something to do with us scoring on special teams. Again, we had that block punt by
biggest play of the game.
Miles Killebrew blocked that punt, and Ulysses Grant, who's on the $5 bill? No, Ulysses Grant III from Akron recovered that.
Ulysses
Gilbert took that in for the touchdown, and that did solidify the victory. Now we did add a field goal after that though, which was big, which Najee did help set that up. That was the drive Najee helped set that field goal up, but we did score 10 points offensively in that second half, and we pretty much shut Buffalo out. They scored 6 points in the second half. So, again, defense just kept the pedal to the metal, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but what we're going to say here, the special team, that was the biggest play of the game, point blank period. It was a tight game that broke it open. Pow, and then we scored a touchdown. It just wasn't it was a touchdown.
Right.
So that blew the game up. I mean, I thought we had a good game. For a first game, you couldn't really do nothing offensively, but the defense came to play with the 10 tackles by Bush and the 10 by Minka, and the Pierre with 7 tackles, 6 solos for his first ever game.
Again,
I was really impressed with him. And who your player of the game? Your defensive player of the game?
My defensive player of the game is Cam Sutton.
Okay.
Cam Sutton stepped up, and I'm going to tell you what. I was concerned about him. He's a slot corner, though. They moved him to the outside this year. And that's a big difference. I mean, I played defensive back. It's a big difference going from inside to outside. Outside, it's just like you got a lot more room.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
A
lot more room the receiver has to run those routes, and they're usually running the long, deep routes. And I was just concerned about that. Slot guys are usually quick, but not fast, though. Mm-hmm. I was surprised with Sutton. I was happily pleased on that 4th and 1 play.
Yeah,
he didn't go for the fake. He went straight to the running back. That was his assignment, and he made that tackle for a loss. And I tell you what, that was another game changer right there. That 4th and 1. That was a momentum changer right there.
Ooh, was that a terrible call by the Bills? I thought that was a double pass. It just was a back pass, and
it was a backwards pass.
And just you help him, and with one block in front of him, like he was on him.
And it was an overhand backwards pass. I mean, it wasn't even a pitch.
It was a regular pass.
It was a pass. And again,
I thought it was a double pass. I thought it was a pass out of that, but it didn't.
When you have Josh Allen at 6'6", 245, and it's 4th and 1, and you turn around.
Yeah, and they already had got a 4th down with a sneak.
You turn his back to the line of scrimmage and pass it backwards, though. I mean, again, but that's my WTF. We always get into the WTFs. WTF was that call on 4th and 1, though. I mean, we don't have to keep going into it, but that was my WTF of this game. What's your WTF, though?
I didn't get into my WTF was we got to do something when we have the ball on short yardage on their side of the field. We had the ball twice on the side of the field, and we punt.
Yeah,
like after the turnover, and then with the turnover, and I believe a 4th down. Like that 4th down.
Yeah,
after we got it, like that, you can't have it.
Can't have that.
You can't have it. You punt the ball back to him after you stop him. You got to You got to produce points on the board.
But who was your defensive player of the game, though?
Cam Hayward, man. 1 sack, I believe 3 tackles, 2 pass deflections, and a fumble force. What a game. He was balling, the leader of the team, the head captain every year.
And like I said, I can't wait till Stephen Tuitt gets back.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hell of a combination.
It is. Tuitt had 11 last year.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's going to be a hell
Hayward goes to Pro Bowl every year. Born and raised Pittsburgh. I'm here to tell you.
My offensive call out for the yesterday's game, week 1 against the Buffalo Bills, or not my MVP. Call out, but my MVP or my. I read the wrong ones though. I'm on here. My player of the game, man, Cam Sutton. That was my call out. My player of the game was TJ. Watt on defense.
Yeah, it was.
We don't need to go into that. But my offensive player of the game is Juju. Okay. Juju had some big 3rd down catches. And they weren't passes that were right on the money, too. I mean, he had to do some adjustments. On the one, he turned completely around on the DB and caught that. It was like, I can't even say back shoulder. It was a back behind the back pass. I mean, Big Ben just wasn't as accurate as we'd like to see him yesterday, though. He missed Deontay on that pass in that first half, went right over his head. There was a couple other passes. He was just not accurate at all in that first half. But again, Juju ended up with 4 catches, 52 yards. He's more that possession receiver for us. I think Deontay is going to be our number 1 receiver. He just gets more targets, though. But Juju was my offensive player of the game.
Man, it's Deontay Johnson. He caught the touchdown.
Okay.
Caught the touchdown to win the game. He only had 36 yards, but he caught the touchdown when it counted. A difficult one.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you really can't give it to Ben. You could try to give it to Ben, but that's a methodical game for Ben at best.
But I mean, just looking at Ben's stats, 18 to 32, 188 and a touchdown.
16.
I mean,
yeah,
that's not impressive.
No, it's not.
That's not impressive at all. You know what I mean? Yeah. You got 16 incompletions there, though. Yeah. And you know what I mean? It is what it is. Yeah. But positives from the game, though? What's your positives from the game? What didn't you expect that going into this first game you had some concerns about? What surprised you?
I didn't expect the pass game to look that damn bad. Got too many weapons. They look bad. Like Claypool saved him one more. He gave Claypool a chance, and Claypool went up and got him. Right. I think Claypool should get more targets. Claypool has a chance to be a superstar.
Yes,
I mean, a real superstar.
Yes, he does.
But so, you know, I didn't think it was going to be that bad. But the positives,
man,
that defense, man, we're coming.
Okay.
We're coming for everybody every week. We're going to be in every game with that defense. I don't see that defense just getting killed. No.
Well,
they did a great job drafting players in the offseason. Pierre was an awesome draft pick.
My thing was, though, my disappointment of the game was our middle linebackers. Our middle linebackers, just on a couple of those rush plays, what I did notice is they weren't taking the blocks up on head up, though they were choosing sides, and it just made it easier for the running back. It just created creases. If you know about football, it creates creases. The running back was hitting it. Singletary was hitting that hole, and he was just out. So, I mean, you can't be Olayin or, you know what I mean, going to one side or the other as a middle linebacker. Take that thing up or force it back to the middle of the field. At one point, I saw Schobert and Bush. They both used their left shoulder. Though they went to the right side of the field. They just pushed them to the right side of the field because they're using their left shoulder. Again, can't have that. That was the only thing that I'm going to look for some improvement at that in the O-line. But what shocked me, though, I can't even say shocked, was the play of the front four.
Okay.
The play of the front four, though.
They look relentless.
I mean, I don't mean to jump the gun or anything, but it just takes you back to the old school days, man. With Joey Peasy and them. That is this going to be one of them years where we got to hope we lead the league in sacks again.
We lead the league every year.
Yeah, well, I know, but we lead the league in sacks plus interceptions. Plus time of possession. Plus, I mean, there's a whole bunch of things when you got defenses that can get that offense the ball, though.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? So I don't want to jump the gun, but I'm just surprised with our defense and how good they looked yesterday. And I'm just expecting them to build on that game yesterday because that was one of the elite offenses, y'all. Don't get it twisted. Just because they only scored 16 points, though, Buffalo is going to be a team to reckon with, and they're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, we might see them down the line if we get there. So, hey, good first game. We won the game, and that's all basically I can say about that game,
Okay.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see y'all next week.
Hey,
man.
1-0, baby. We'll be back next week before the game. We're going to come on early next week, though. We're going to go down to the game.
Yeah. We'll be on at 10:45 in the morning.
10:45, y'all. Make sure y'all join us. We got any comments or anything, though? Rolling right now?
Yeah, up there. Most of them was up there. Chris said it was a crazy game. He loved it. Yeah, you're right. Ingram did ball out. Beto. So yeah, we do got to stay committed to the ball game. Use the fullback. They got the fullback as a captain, and he plays special teams. So I guess he's the captain of special teams, Derek Watt, because he doesn't get in the game on offense.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Free agent pickup. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you had them on, though. You had them on. But, hey, we're going to be on early next week. Make sure y'all join us for the YB game plan. We ain't going to go remote, so we're going to do it early from here. Then we'll head on down. And if y'all going to the game, join us. We'll post that later on where we at.